Hey, I'm Chastity. I'm here to share some chair yoga with you today. This can be accessed by anyone, and it really just allows us to slow down and look more internally to give ourselves some self-care. So if you could find a chair that has somewhat of a firmer seat, that would be best, but any chair will do. You can have arms on your chair, whatever works for you. Let's just find our feet on the ground. Maybe you step your feet out just a little bit. You might start out leaning back in your seat so that you can just come to this moment, or I invite you to sit up nice and tall and allow your hands to either rest on the arms of your chair or in your lap. See if you can close your eyes, and if not, then you can just soften your gaze, whether your eyes are opened or closed. Notice the pattern of your breath here. Notice the quality of the breath. Notice the chest rising and falling like a wave as the breath comes into the body. As the breath leaves the body, notice it falls. A few more breaths here. Maybe you try to slow the breath down a bit. Soften your jaw, soften your face. And if you can join me, just take your chin over to one shoulder to the max. Pause for a moment. Notice your resistance. Bring it back to the center. Take it over to the other side and just notice where your own limits are. Pausing. Bring it back to the center one more time. Taking a look over the shoulder. Noticing where your limits are. Respecting those. Bring it back to the center. Other side. Good. Gently bring your chin back to neutral. Let's inhale and lift our shoulders. Exhale, let them slide down and back. Do it again. Inhale, breathe, lift the shoulders. Exhale, let them soften down. One more time. Notice the contraction and the effort to lift. Exhale, lower them down. Notice the effort and the feeling of softening. Let's just bring one ear, leaning the head over to one side of your shoulder. The ear comes close to the shoulder. And the opposite hand just hovers out towards the earth. See if you can just soften in the neck here as you take some slow, easy breaths. Check back in and see if you can soften your jaw. And I invite you to turn your thumb to the sky, maybe even a little bend in the elbow, and see if you can press the hand back. Notice the subtle changes in your arm, your upper chest, your neck. Take 2 more easy breaths here. And then gently turn your chin towards your shoulder, towards the ground. Pause for a moment. Take the chin or the gaze up towards the sky. Notice how that changes in your neck. One more time. Find a place that you want to have 2 more breaths. Good. And gently chin to chest, bring it. Pause, chin to chest. Let your head be heavy here. And as you breathe, again, bring the attention to the upper back, the upper chest, your shoulders. Notice if you can notice the rise and fall. Notice how the weight of your head is in relation to gravity, and you can just soften here if that works for you. And we'll just gently lift our gaze, take our chin to the sky. Bring our chin back towards our chest, towards your heart, maybe softening in the backside. One more time, lift your gaze, inhale, look to the sky. Exhale, bring it back to center. Let's move to the other side of our neck. Sitting up tall, taking a slow breath in through the nose. Let the breath go slowly. And when you're ready, the opposite ear will go to the opposite shoulder, reaching the hand out in the opposite direction that the head is. Feel free to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Notice the pattern of your breath here. How is this side different? Maybe turning the thumb to the sky, pressing back gently. If you want to add extra intensity, you can add the weight of your hand here. Take slower breaths. Where else can you soften? Good. Let's gently take our chin towards the earth, towards the ground. Take the chin towards the sky, your gaze up. Notice how that changes in your neck. One more time, nice and slowly, just an exploration here, looking down towards the shoulder and then taking it back towards the sky. One more time, we'll pause with the chin towards the chest. You can bring your hands to the back of your head. You can let the elbows just come towards the earth and down, and try to soften in your shoulders. Take a breath. And let's open, look to the sky, open your elbows, press them back, lift your heart, take a breath in. Exhale, gently release the hands, let them come down. Take another breath here. Notice how you feel. And when you're ready, we're just going to move a little bit through our spine. So you can either sit up taller, come a little closer to the edge of your seat, walk your feet out so that you can feel supported here. You can bring your hands anywhere on your thighs, your legs, or your knees. It's completely up to you. Let's take a breath and look to the sky. Press into your hands. Lift the heart. Let the shoulders come back and together. Exhale, use your knees or legs or the back of your thighs, chin to chest, and gently pull away. Let the shoulders come forward. Gently come back, lifting tall, arching in the opposite way, making space in the front side of your body. Big breath and soften in your jaw. Exhale, gently pull away, chin to chest, grabbing the knees or the backs of the thighs. Letting the shoulders pull forward. Let your head be heavy here. One breath. Good. We'll gently roll back up to center. Let's lift our shoulders and drop them down again. The next thing we will do is a forward fold. So feel free to take it as far as you like. There's options. The first option is to just, maybe you even come a little further onto the edge of your seat. You can spread your feet a little bit wider if that serves you better. And you can just gently maybe hinge forward and bring your elbows to your knees, and you can just pause here. You can bring your hands together, focus on a spot that you can soften the eyes again and soften across your cheekbones. Notice where the breath is going, and if you can soften on the back side of the body. The other option here is to just come on down, letting the knees come into the elbows, and you can just let your hands rest on your feet and let your head completely hang. Take a couple of easy breaths. Say yes or no gently with your head here. Take another full breath. And together we'll just lift our gaze, walk your hands back up. Good. Notice how you feel. Moving on, we're going to bring our right hand to the left knee or thigh, your choice, and the right hand, the other hand to your low back. Lift your heart. And see if you can pull this shoulder back. If you have arms on your chair, you can grab your arm. You can also put this hand on the back of your chair. Try to see if you can sit up taller, breathing into the shape of your body. You can press into the knee, the thigh. You can also just relax. See if you can send the breath all the way to the low part of your spine. 2 more easy breaths. Maybe you can soften in your shoulders. Good. On the next exhale, when you breathe out, we'll just gently bring it back to center. Notice the space you just created with your breath here. Let's soften your gaze and come back to the easy breath again. Noticing if your mind is elsewhere or if it's focused on your breath and the sensations in the body. Moving to the other side. Again, you might notice that it's different, so choose what works for you. Hand to the knee or thigh. It doesn't have to be the same as the other side. This other hand can just simply come to your low back as you sit up taller, pulling that back shoulder back. Maybe you even press into your feet to add a little rooting action into the earth here. Take a full, slow breath into the low back. Gently exhale and let it go. Again, you have the option to put that hand on the back of the chair. You can grab the arms of your chair. 2 more slow breaths. And when you're ready, gently bring it back to the center. And then we're just going to windshield wiper our knees. Maybe allow your hips to pivot and twist. You can come to the edge of your chair. You can lean back, but just try to see, maybe spread your feet a little wider. Knees go one way, hips go in the same direction. Just see if you can find that gentle twist here. Good. We'll come back to the center, and again, we're on the edge of our chair here. Take a slow breath in through the nose and a slow breath out. And then extend one of your legs on the ground, and I encourage you to have a little bend in your knee and pull your toes towards you. Sit up tall here, and this might be enough for you. The other option is to allow that forearm to come to the other knee so that you can feel supported here, and have some slow, easy breaths. See if you can soften in your jaw again. Can you soften in your arms that are supporting you? Maybe you even notice discomfort and just notice how you're responding. Let's point our toe down to the ground, pull our toe back, point it back to the ground, and move a big circle in your ankle and toe. Good. And we'll just help ourselves gently come back up. Bring our feet back to the earth. Other side. Finding a space. Your foot might not be in front of you. It can be out to the side. Whatever's working for you. The idea is mostly in front of you, but see what works for you. There's no right or wrong way. A little soft bend in the knee. Try to pull your toes back so we can have a little sensation of pressing into the heel. This may be enough for you of just softening down the back side of your leg, or maybe you again bring your forearms to your knee, your thigh, and again just notice where you can soften in your body. Another breath here. And when you're ready, bring it back up to the center. Bring your feet back under you. Maybe you even just sit back a little bit in your chair. If you're able to lean back, bring your feet close. Allow your hands to soften in your lap again. I invite you again to close your eyes. Try to notice if you can take slower breaths. Maybe separate your teeth. Try to soften in the shoulders and chest again. Noticing your feet on the earth. Noticing the weight of your legs and hips in connection with the seat and with gravity. And gently just bring your awareness back. Let's take a breath in together. Breathe in, slowly fill it up. Exhale, let the breath go nice and slow. One more, just like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can just pause here if this feels nice for you. Otherwise, you can just start to slowly move your fingers, move your chin up slowly left to right, maybe shrug your shoulders. And just gently bring yourself back to this moment. I hope this helps.